Hi everyone! And we're going to go for sort of rusty colours, these sorts of tones here on the eye, based on what a couple of you were saying in your comments in the video. Starting off with these eye bases. These are fantastic. These are Colour Tattoo 24 eyeshadow and they're fantastic, and this is the colour I'm going to start off with, this beautiful sort of gold there. I'm just going to start off by placing it on my fingers. So the sort of look I'm going to be doing actually is a bit of a spotlit eye, and I'm going to be using a little bit of colour because I know quite a few of you have been talking about colour. So what I'm doing is sort of placing this on the eye and then sort of pulling it out, blending it up and out as well to soften the edges there. So just buffing this Maybelline 24-hour tattoo, and the colour is 35 on and on bronze. So even this on its own for an everyday look is really beautiful, and just really smudging out those edges. So with any sort of cream eyeshadow base, because these set, what you want to do is work really quickly with them. And just putting that underneath as well to sort of be a full spectrum of colour just wrapped around the eye. So what's really important with this eye look I'm going to be doing is I want to keep the central part of the eye free from product initially, because I'm going to do a spotlight effect there. I've got this wonderful palette by Maybelline here, and I think this palette is under a tenner, I want to say. It's absolutely amazing. I work with them at Fashion Week, so I've got quite a few of their products. My only gripe with palettes like this, I'll brush this like this, come on, they're crap. Throw them away, get rid of them, they're awful. Please don't use them, because that's a lot of the time what will be causing the problem with whatever you're trying to create. Okay, so I'm going to do a mixture of this, because this hasn't, even though this colour looks quite red, it actually comes out quite pinky. It's not quite the tone I want. So I'm actually going to use a little bit of this colour, because that's more sort of the rusty, reddy tone I want. I'm actually going to start out with this one. This was a MAC limited edition one. The Credit of it, it's so cool on the packaging there, called Devil. And I've got, you know I love them, my Kitco brush here in 1.4, so this is a soft blending brush. Just applying a little bit of product, tapping the excess on the back of my hand. So what I'm going to start by doing is just blending that through the outer corner. And that'll just sit really beautifully on the base that I've already got. And just popping it on the inner corner as well. Blending sort of by massaging that in circular motions. So you can see you've got this beautiful effect already where you can see this gold popping through and then this slightly more rusty tone. And then what you can do is just sort of blend those two together. You can always use your finger to really sort of push and smudge. So that's one eye, the basis of one eye there. The same on this eye, going to start by popping that rusty tone on the outer corner there, taking it into the crease area. Popping this one in the inner corner as well, and then sort of connecting the two by blending it through the crease area. Building up the colour by tapping product on there just to build a little bit more intensity. And then what I'm going to do now is sort of repeat this on the bottom half of the eye. So just blending, using that real tip of the brush there. Pushing those colours right into the root of the lash. So my skin today, I got on Laura Mercier's Tinted Moisturiser, SPF 20. Really lightweight coverage, and then I just have the Secret Camouflage Concealer just as and where I need it, sort of thing. So I've got it around my nose, which is always red, and also around the eye to brighten it up. I've got Warm Soul MAC on my cheek blusher, got a bit of the Becca highlight there on the cheek, which is gorgeous. I'm totally obsessed with that product, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go into my Maybelline palette here. This colour just here, which is like a really faint rose gold, just to act as a bit of a highlight on the centre of the eye. And obviously I've just kept it clear of product. I've only got my base on there just to make it as effective as possible. Dabbing it in the centre of the eye, pushing it out, and this really helps to open up the eye as well. So if you've got any questions, please, I encourage you to ask them in the comments below. I'm going to go in with this slightly deeper tone here, like a chocolate sort of brown. And it's got a little bit of sparkle, so I just want to give this a little bit more depth. Doing it with my eye open, tucking it in and blending it out. But what I will do, because I really want to keep that rusty tone, is I will go back over it with the other eyeshadow. Eyeshadows are a lot like, think of working with fabric. So imagine if we've got something like chiffon and you've got a fabric underneath that you want to kind of see and peek through. Layering, that you can build things up really, really easily. I wanted to add a little bit of that highlight just beneath the eye as well. So going back into my Maybelline palette and using this colour here. I don't think they all have names individually in there, unfortunately, so I'm going to give my lashes a curl in the meantime. What I am going to do, just to balance how harsh the top is going to be, just going to give, I'm going to go into my darker eyeshadow palette here. And this is a smaller My Kitco brush. It's called my Detailing Smudge. It's a 1.13. I'm just going to place this right at the root of the lash to emulate a bit of eyeliner. So just tickling it right at the root there. And you can see it just sort of frames the eye really nicely. And let's go in with our eyeliner. So this is a MAC one called Super Slick Eyeliner. Now I don't know if they actually still do it anymore. It's called Defiantly Feline. So I'm going to start off with my slightly trickier eye that I find harder to do. And, you know, pre-warning, I can't talk while I do eyeliner because that would be insane. So I'm just blending it right into the lash line there. What I'm going to do with my eye open is just flick, do a little flick like that. So again, just using the tip to just, and what I find is way easier, rather than putting it kind of at a 90-degree angle to the skin, kind of use the edge a little bit more. And you can see it's got that gorgeous sort of iridescence to it. I'm taking tiny little, almost like pressing the liner into the eye now. And then to get my flick, I sort of follow that bottom lash line and come down into the liner. And then what you can do is just do a really light sort of lifting motion to get your flick. That's sort of the look there. It's really pretty, and what I like about the brown is that it softens the whole eye look up a little bit more. It's not quite as harsh. So what I'm going to do is give this eye a final blend for luck. This is a colour called Texture by MAC, and it's a beautiful sort of mid-tone blending colour, and it'll just help you really smooth anything out, like really airbrush it. It's got these gorgeous colours. So let's cake on the mascara to really finish this look off. So I've given my lashes a curl already, and I'm going to go in with MAC In Extra Dimension mascara. I'm going to start off by using, it's got a little like ball on the end. So I'm just going to use that to kind of pull my lower lashes down. So really pulling the lashes down, and that'll kind of make them really look open and dolly-like. And so when you're going for the top, you can really push. And for a bit of extra volume, what you can do is just tuck. I'm going to sort of cover the top lashes as well. And this mascara I find on the top really clumps. So I've got a clean mascara wand here, and I'm just going to, I really hoard these, and I always use them because they are just really helpful. Just to kind of twizzle blush, so what I'm going to do is just use that gloopy stuff to kind of really put extra volume at the root. This is by my Kitco again, it's My Brush Brow. And what you can do with this is just brush the brows with great ease to just lift them, because it's very dense bristle on that good old Maybelline brow product here. Use the finer tip here, carve it through the end tail of my brow. Not that you're really going to see my brows now because of my fringe. So that just gives it a little bit more definition, bit of grooming without it being too structured. And then to finish that off, my absolute favourite products, Surratt Brow Gel Hair. And this is great at just keeping the brows in place. So you can do is back comb it. And I'm going to go back to my Kitco brush. Let me sort my fringe out. I can use it as a fringe brush as well. Look at that. It's like a massive toothbrush. Thank you so much for tuning in and seeing this pretty eye look. Let me know what else you want to see. Give me a follow on Instagram and see you soon. Bye!